So you're a techno DJ or a producer and you want to move to Berlin. Well, hello everybody, my name is Francesco. Electronic music is the passion of my life. I've been living in Berlin for about 7 or 8 months now. I also co-founded a showroom here, which gives me the chance to interact with people from the techno community quite frequently. And I'd like to share some information that I think you should have before making this decision. So you should ask yourself, do I want to go to Berlin because I need to take something from that city? Or am I going there because I want to contribute to the scene, which I love? Everybody who's been living in Berlin for a long time now kind of has the same comment, which goes along the lines of, the scene is not the same anymore. It's being sold out. It was completely different in the 90s and 2000s. And it was in many ways, especially since COVID, the techno scene exploded and became really popular. This led to a lot of changes in Berlin. It led to the wrong type of tourism developing here. It led to also historic clubs kind of sadly selling out to this industry and targeting the wrong type of people who clearly don't understand much or care to understand much about music. And who are rather just more interested in, being high and having sex and whatever. Now, this clashes with what the very nature of techno is supposed to be, which is inherently underground. Now, we could argue for days about why this is the case. I'm sure many people are going to disagree with me on this, but I think if you're interested on moving here, you should do a little bit of research on why techno became so big here, why it also happened in Detroit. What do Berlin and Detroit have in common? Who does techno represent? It's always the marginalized, the unrepresented. The political stance that techno has. Why is it so intertwined with what happened with the Berlin Wall? Also, I think if you look at producers who are objectively really important in the history of techno, I think we could all argue Jeff Mills is the #1 name in techno history and present. He's got less than 100,000 Spotify listeners per month, which is an incredible number nonetheless, but it's rookie numbers in the mainstream music industry. Now, to me, as somebody who's passionate about techno, this is beautiful because a genre that is underground is going to play by different rules than a genre that is mainstream. So, for instance, I noticed that people in the underground techno community here in Berlin focus way more on what is relevant, which is content, the art itself, the music you produce, the mixes you make, your talent as a DJ, your aesthetic, your age, how sexy you are, your number of followers on Instagram, and all this crap, which really doesn't matter, is secondary to your talent as an artist. And I think that's beautiful, and I think that's how we should be living art. So to get to the point, I don't worry too much about so-called TikTok techno because I believe it's a trend. And as any trend, it's going to have a high, a low, and eventually it's going to disappear. But getting to the original point of the video, I really do invite to ask yourself, where do I stand? Am I going to Berlin, or do I want to go to Berlin because I need a personal gain out of it? Am I using music for my own insecurities because I want to be popular, whatever? Am I just stepping on art and using it for such a small reason? Luckily, that is the case for most people. I understand it. I think most artists have that phase. But if that is the case with you, I strongly invite you to push yourself and try to get out of that phase. Understand that the simple fact of doing music and of having music in your life is a blessing, is a miracle, if you ask me. And even if nobody ever hears what you're doing, I still believe that the simple fact that there is music in your life and that you are producing or you are creating music makes it so that your life is better than the life of many or most other people who are alive. Try and come here with an open heart, with an idea of wanting to help the community, of wanting to promote the community, even though that may not directly benefit you. I promise you that is never actually the case because people see if you have a pure heart and they're always going to want to give something back to you. Berliners can be incredibly kind people. People in the techno community can be incredibly kind. but don't be a toxic person. Don't come here pretending to just get and then go away. Berlin does not need more people like this, and I think we can do better as a community. So just a little food for thought. All the best, guys.